Hello, this is Kenya. How are you, teacher? Now, this is my final production, so I guess this is the last time that you will see me. Okay, I'm going to start immediately. I'm going to start reading my production, okay? And I'm going to start saying the main purpose of this work. So the topic that I chose was old and modern marriage, a comparative analysis. Okay, so the main objective is to make a comparison about old marriage and modern marriage, as well as the cons and pros of each one. Introduction. The present document has been elaborated based on my experience of 10 years being married. I have observed the marriage of my husband's parents, my grandparents' marriage, as well as the marriage of my young friends and family. In this chart is a essay. You will see differences between old and modern marriage, pro and cons of old and modern marriage, a reflexive conclusion about how to have a stable and healthy marriage in this modern time. Okay, so let's get it started. I'm going to read now the development. So, and the main thing that I want to say is I would like to make the difference. What is I would like to say the meaning of a marriage. So the legally or formally recognized union of two people as partner in a personal relationship. That is the modern meaning. In our last meaning, they used to say that was the union between a man and a woman, but you know that we cannot take that meaning because there are marriage from the same sex. So I would like to make the difference. I'm going to focus this work in four things: economical marriage, gender roles, freedom of choice, and role sex. And I'm going to explain how was before and how is now. I'm going to start for the economics of marriage. In the old marriage, traditionally, women were financially dependent on their husbands, who were the sole wage earners in the family. All financial assets were owned exclusively by the male, who doled out housekeeping money as he saw fit. Okay, if lower incomes families needed the additional income from a working wife, her salary was handed over to the husband. Women married for financial, so before, years ago, but the situation, at least in this country, we have we still have married that get married for, we have women here that get married because they want to have financial security and to have provider for their children. That is a reality here in Dominican Republic. Okay, in the modern marriage, most most women no longer marry for economical reasons. They are better educated, pursue well-paying careers, and are financially independent. Okay, let's see. That was the different. okay, about the economics of marriage. Let's see the gender roles. In a traditional marriage, the division of responsibilities was clearly designed by gender. The husband worked outside outside the home and was responsible for the family financially, while his wife was solely responsible responsible for taking care of the home, shopping, cooking, cleaning, and raising the children. That was before, but it doesn't mean that that doesn't happen. That it still happened, okay? But especially in Dominican Republic. Let's see now about how is their gender role in a modern marriage, okay? In a modern marriage, the husband, let's see, the husband and wife share responsibilities, and I like that a lot. Some wife might even earn a larger income than their spouse. Most modern husbands participate in the care of children, including changing the diapers as well as possibly taking a paternity care leave from work to stay home full time with the kids. Okay. In now we are going to say the freedom of choice in both in the old marriage and the modern marriage. Okay, in the old marriage, traditional marriages locked the spouse into their predefined roles without any opportunity to allow for individual choice. Married women were expected to fulfill their roles as homemaker and had to stifle any career ambitions or frustrations they might have had. In the modern marriage, allow for individual preferences, the spouses are considered equal partners and the women have their share of power and control in decision making for the family. Okay, and now we are going to say how is the role of sex in both marriages. In the old traditional marriages provide a safe and socially acceptable sexual outlet. When premarital sex was taboo, couples were expected to wait for their wedding night to become physically intimate and to remain monogamous through the marriage. A modern marriage is longer needed as an institution for permitted sex. Couples may choose to live together informally or tend to marry later in life. Okay, now as everything, modern marriage and traditional marriage has something good and something in things bad. Let's see what is the pro and cons of being marriage in the traditional marriage or in the modern marriage. Okay, let's start with modern marriages for the women because you know that all the changes that we have had is about women. You are more confident in modern marriage. The woman is more confident. Okay, you enjoy life more. Your children have access to the best things of the world. You are financially successful. You enjoy an incredible standard of living. The cons of modern marriages, I'm totally agree with that. You do not have time for your family. That is in the first time, in the first place. The mad case after money. Taking marriage easily, the easiness with which you obtain divorce, the easiness with which you forget the love you had for each other, the ego clashes you have with your spouse, complete lack of patience, that is absolutely correct, being too mother to accept that your marriage is forever. Okay? So let's see now. Let's see the concept of traditional marriage. I mean the pros of traditional marriage. You adjust a lot better. You looked after your children much better. That is the most. That is my favorite. That in a traditional marriage you can have you since you are all the time at home. You are going to have time for taking care of the children. You have tons of patience. That is absolutely true, because in the past you see that a lot of the marriages, they never separated, and the woman support everything that the man did, like another wife, another children outside home, and all that. And that was because the woman had a lot of patience. Okay, you had time to inculcate good characteristic in your children. Absolutely agree with that. Since you are all day with your children, you can give them a good education. Your children have more emotional security, as they had no doubt about stability of the marriage. And then I'm going to read the concept of traditional. You had no worldly exposure. You lacked confidence. Your children yearly for good things in life which you could not afford, as the wife stayed back at home. You look after her family. You To look after her family, you were crushed into meek submission by your chauvinist husband. Chauvinistic husband. Yes, that's absolutely true. Okay, now I'm gonna read my reflexive conclusion. In traditional marriage, each party identified his or her position properly, and the functions are definite clearly. Husband is the source of power and financial support, and wife is responsible for maintaining home and growing children. Today, the situation has been changed significantly. Responsibilities are divided between wife and husband, and the outcome of these changes is completely clear. When one party feels that his or her needs and goals are not realized in marital life, she, many may think, maybe in mind, that why I should be involved in a relationship in which I am mostly donor and not receptor. Okay, so I'm going to keep I have 3 paragraphs and it's missing 2 more. Okay, the rise of feminism and the sexual revolution of the 1960s redefined gender roles in marriage. Women entering the workforce in significant numbers changed the economic realities of marriage. The definition of marriage was re-examined when divorce became socially acceptable and gay rights were established. As women claimed decision-making rights in their marriages, and men took on some of the responsibilities of child rearing, modern marriages become more egalitarian. That is my favorite part. The modern marriage, you are like equal. It's like 50-50. Being married is one of the, in my case, is one of the best things that have happened to me. Know that you have someone that represents you and supports you financially and morally as well means a lot for a woman in this society. Even when the woman has more right now than before, the woman can work and study, is more independent in our society. I'm talking about Dominican Republic. There is not that easy. There is not that equal right at home. In many situations, even when the woman makes her own money, she has to ask for the permission when she wants to go out with her friends. The reality in the Dominican Republic is that every day a lot of women are dying in the hands of the male chauvinist. I sadly have to say that our society is not as advanced as other societies. When the man has the same responsibility about taking care of kids, just for putting an example, in Dominican Republic, the man is the head of the house in the 95% of cases. Thank you, teacher. It was a pleasure for me being those weeks with you, sending you the homework. I hope to have a good grade. See you maybe next time. Bye bye.